Hello, cyberspace. It is your favorite cyber bitch Terracin here, and we are the Musketeers again tonight. I have with me tonight some of our favorite guests. We're going to start from my left, which is Heinrich. Okay, Burnside's distracted. We have Nano Reaper.
Hey, Biggle.
And we have Sir Wolfie.
Everybody knows who I am.
Or, as I like to call him, Sir Fluffy Butt.
Goddamn technical difficulties.
Were you trying to say hello, hey, motherfuckers?
Yeah. I was trying to, and it didn't work too well. I was trying to do like a whole fucking... Well, too late now, I guess.
Yep, too late now. Oh, well. So I did try and get Julio on again tonight, but he has to get up early for work. He has to go out of town for a job.
Well, best of luck to him. Sorry
Yeah.
I didn't get to talk to him too much yesterday, but I mean, fucking reception out here sucks.
No, he understands, and he was glad you're cool. You were cool with him coming to visit me today.
Why would I have any objections?
Well, being as, you know, he did have a ring on this finger.
I object.
Care less. Could really care less. It don't matter.
I know.
Very dirty.
But I thought I would let you know.
He's a cool dude, though.
Yeah, he is. My roommate was actually like, you invited him over? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, well, I don't know him. And I'm like, look, I wouldn't invite anyone over if I thought they were shady. I didn't invite the ex that gave me that fucking UTI. I didn't invite him over because I knew he was shady. I'm like, Julio's not like that. He's not shady.
So I know why she's asking. She wants to get some wang diddly doo dong dee.
Oh yeah,
that's what she wants.
No, she came out of the kitchen, came over here, sat down, and started trying to talk to him a bit.
Started nicking on the noggin.
Yeah, trying to steal my army man. No, we don't do that.
Where she was.
Oh no, I flat out
This
told
is what-
Julio. I flat out because he was like, "Oh, you guys can share." I'm like, "No, fucking no." She's a fucking uniform slut. And she is too. I mean, we go to the fire station for Robbie to look at the fire trucks, and she's sitting there flirting with the fucking firefighters. Okay, the cops come out to arrest some doofus that's driving without a license. She goes over with the kids and starts flirting with the fucking cop. She's a uniform slut. If they're wearing a military uniform or, police uniform, any sort of uniform that is sexy, she is going to try and get all over that dick. And I won't let her do that. And Death Hurricane says, "Hey, bootylicious."
How come I didn't get your notification?
I don't know. Hey, Christ.
Great. And you did get the notification. However, remember, I was taking a look at the video that needed edited.
Oh, yeah. It's only my second copyright strike.
It'll be fixed.
Shit. I've gotten a few. Funny thing is, they're all for music, and the worst part is, I still put the credits in there, and they're still wanting to fucking copyright strike me. Gotta love YouTube. Fuck the content creators, right?
Thank you, Jacob, for sharing the stream on Twitter.
We appreciate it, dude.
So what's the topic of discussion?
There's no topic. We're only gonna do this for like until like 11:30 because I'm tired and I have to get up early.
Can I talk about InfoWars getting banned and how we're probably next?
Yes.
Okay, cool. The reason why I want to jabber on about that one is because I kind of find it really weird the more I look at it that it's like literally 5, 6, 7 fucking platforms all at the same time, all within about the same hour decided, yeah, we're bouncing this fucking Texan dude off. You know, it's kind of fucking creepy that they did that shit. Now,
What the hell?
Stand.
Oh, that's a ringtone.
yeah, that was not a soundboard. That was not cued to go up.
Funny.
Oh shit. But you guys hear anything about that shit?
Nope,
anything
I'm
about
at work.
Ah, okie dokie. Long story short, Mark Zuckerberg and the Legion of Doom basically called a meeting where they're all bitching, whining, and complaining about how people of different opinions are more popular than them because, you know, free speech and all that cool shit. So what they basically decided to do is, all right, since we have all our algorithms together, we're all basically copying and pasting each other's programs. How about we kind of mesh all this shit together into one uber super weapon and then just test it out? So they all sit there and like, oh yeah, sure. All right, who do we target first? And then Mark Zuckerberg's nose grows a few more inches longer, and he starts drooling, and he starts screaming about Alex Jones this and Alex Jones that, and how he wants to rape Alex Jones with a baseball bat, or some crazy shit like that. So they got rid of him, and now they're waiting to see how that goes. And allegedly, they're going to be taking down a couple other people too. A lot of Carter's supposed to be the next on the chopping block.
You know, the thing is, all this is just going to push more and more people to bitch.
Yep. Absolutely.
And you know what? I hope it happens.
Well, I'd rather not be at the expense of, you know, people that give decent news and comedy and shit out. But, you know, I do hope that push does happen because it's bullshit, you know?
Well, the thing is that you can also find like new stuff on Twitch as well. The thing is, YouTube,
right.
you know, the YouTube and Facebook is not just the major platforms. They can go have AIDS or something.
Oh, they're definitely contracting the AIDS, man. From what I hear, people are pretty much leaving them in droves because they're tired of the bullshit.
They have so much AIDS that not even Bill Gates can donate enough to cure it. Okay.
Damn, that much, huh? Shit.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking funny. That's a lot of AIDS.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Well, hell. I'm interested to see how it pans out, but no, I just want to talk about that a bit and what have you, because I thought it was kind of, you know, just oddball shit, because, like, those fuckers are basically shooting themselves in the left foot and then proceeding to try and have sex with it at the same time, and it's like, this does not seem like a good idea for them.
Shut up, sodomite hater. Scooby just entered.
Ah, holy shit. What's up, buddy?
What's going on? Not much. What's going on, everybody? How you guys feeling?
I'm feeling really good.
I'm playing video games.
Cool.
At least you didn't sound like Vash Tarkin.
I can. I play video games.
Oh God. Oh God.
What the hell? What the hell kind of accent was that shit?
I swear,
Navarro
sometimes he
is wondering, Fluffy Butt, if it was Monday Matt that gave you a content strike.
No, it was EDM.
Electronic dance music?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
And the thing is, it's copyright free on Twitch because I was the one that hosted the stream.
Cool.
And
So yeah, what is this now? I heard about Mundane Matt. He's earned the nickname of the Mad Flagger or some shit.
Yeah, apparently anyone that talks shit about him, he flags. So The day I heard about that going on, I literally am like, I had Death Hyrukin on here, and I'm like, so what's going on with Monday Matt? And he told me, so we started talking shit about Monday Matt.
Who is Mundane Matt again?
Some sodomite where if you stare at a computer screen that's blank, and if you say his name 3 times, he'll jump out of there and he'll start randomly flagging the shit out of your videos.
I don't understand. I mean,
I don't know Mundane Matt, and I don't know who he is, so.
he's just. I guess you probably don't know him because he is mundane. It's not like he just picked that name just to be edgy. I mean, he lives up to it. He's a chubby neckbeard.
Death Hyrukin calls him Jarbo the Gut.
Yeah, he's a chubby neckbeard who's got like this endless supply of striped sweaters, and I don't personally dislike the fucking guy, but he's mundane. And my thing is this: if he's that popular and he's at that high of a level, that's kind of shoveling shit against the tide. You're gonna flag everyone who disagrees with you. Jesus.
Well, there I go. He just became a part of like every other social site, just flagging everything that disagrees with your views.
Hyrukin says his penis needs to be measured in atoms.
Wow.
I don't know.
Syndrome. Where because smog and shit, they got like itty bitty dicks.
I don't know. I'm old fashioned. If somebody's got a disagreement or a problem with me, fuck it. Come on and let's hash it out. I mean, if anything, it makes for good entertainment for the audience.
Oh yeah,
That's true.
I need to say hi to Rich at Art. He says, Terson, all hail Elf Mama.
Yeah. What's up, Rich? Oh, don't worry, Wolfie. He might be inclined to do some fan art for you. This dude's good. This dude's really fucking good.
I'm looking for people to do some art for me.
Rich might be your guy.
Rich is the person you want to go to.
He does
Have
good
I
work.
not shown you the work he's done?
No.
Okay,
Ooh.
I've got to fix that.
But if he's good, he needs to DM me on Discord.
Yeah, I was actually talking to Rich earlier. I gave him a call. I told him because he works mostly in pencils right now, and I told him, I said, you got to talk to some of the people that I have in my Discord because there's some other artists. This kid's only 15 and his work is fantastic.
Maybe he can't do some of the artwork I want.
What, are you wanting something shitty?
I get where he's going exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Here.
He might have to. Wolfie might have to tone his requests to a degree.
Give me a minute. My internet is being slow.
Hit it with a baseball bat.
I gotta find it. Where's the regular me?
Hold on, Fluffy Butt. This is his ghetto booty elf mama, which is me.
Yeah, I went to college for art and I couldn't draw pencils like that.
Mm-hmm. Takes lots
Pretty
of practice.
Yeah. Look at the muscle tone and the shading. That's amazing.
This is his steampunk lo-fi.
Where in the heck is the regular?
That actually works for lo-fi on so many levels.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so here's the drawing that Noelle Stevenson did of Transra. And here's what Rich did.
Now, is that fucking good looking or what?
And this kid's just working with like a #2 pencil. That's not even like regular charcoal. That's just like a regular, like, sitting in school pencil. I can imagine if this kid had like a full profile. Rich, if I'm talking mistaken, I thought that's what you were saying to me earlier. I couldn't tell because your brother was playing the damn TV so loud. I missed certain words, but I'm just saying this kid is just using bare bone shit, and look at the art he's able to accomplish.
Here's his fan art of Burnside.
That's awesome, Burnside.
You do good. I mean, look at the detail in the gas mask and that fucking fire, man. This dude's fucking good.
And he couldn't decide if I was a sniper or an archer. So here's me as a sniper. And then as a thick archer.
Kid's pretty fucking good, man, I tell you.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And he did a merman. Not showing that one because I don't want to get strike. This is his version of Ranting Monkey, although Ranting Monkey looks like Panthro from Thundercats. It does, doesn't it, Wolfie?
Yeah, it does, actually.
Only Panther was bald. Actually, it looks more like that elder that died that it's only seen by Lion-O.
Oh, Jaga.
Yes. But
Is that what those names are called?
No, Jaga was the elder. He piloted the ship from Thundera and expired as it entered the third Earth atmosphere. Come on, man! I know my Thundercats front and back.
But it's like a mix. It's like a mixture between Panthro and Jaga.
Pretty cool. Looks kind of like the Monkey King.
Kind
I
of.
sent you an image in your Discord.
I see it. Waiting for it to load. You want him to draw that?
Well, Sir Wolfie will be getting an upgrade.
Okay, well, send it to him on in a DM on Twitter, and he will do it.
Sir Wolfie's going Full Metal Jacket. Let's just put it that way.
Nice.
Oh, is this about like the whole breaking out of Purgatory story?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I know all about that. Are you using the image that I handed you?
I want to, but I gotta get people to do art for me in different emotions.
Right. We wouldn't be able to use that specific image. Like,
Right.
It would have to be a rendition.
Oh, my brother's in the chat! Yay!
Oh, Optimus, you hopped in. I didn't hear you.
He's been here a while.
Oh shit! Wow.
I was the one telling you about how YouTube and Facebook has so much AIDS that Bill Gates couldn't donate enough for it to be cured.
Oh my god, I'm retarded.
Burnside, Death Hyrukin asked me if I got laid.
It goes.
I don't know. I like the fact that he can do that. That's fucking funny.
I can do a lot of things.
They'll do it. That's close enough. They might do a copyright strike on that shit.
Why? I'm the one. I'm the one that did it. I'm the one that owned it. Why am I?
Yeah, seriously, you gotta give me warning next time. I'm from New York. My wife just broke out glow sticks when you started doing that.
Really? Let's.
You know the funny thing is, I think I have a few in the back seat here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, I do. Oh, shit, they're there. Yeah, I've got a bag of glow sticks sitting in the back seat from like 2 months ago when I went out. Oh,
Okay. So let's make a rule. If you break out the glow sticks, you gotta turn on the cam so we can see the dancing with the glow sticks.
Definitely, but that will have to be a time when I'm not in work uniform.
And also, I'm going to try and go up there for Halloween so I can go to Nocturna or whatever the fuck it is. And I'll just get video of him.
Oh, yeah. That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, I will one up your glow sticks and do it with flaming swords.
That I gotta see. That sounds cool.
And Burnside, I'm
Yeah.
still waiting for PayPal to downgrade my account so I can, do that stuff. They sent me another letter saying, you need to downgrade. Go do this, this, and this. So when I go to do it, it doesn't give me the options that they're telling me are there. And I tell them in the description of why you're wanting to do this, I'm like, okay, look, again, what you're telling me to do is not in these options. So why don't you guys just go ahead and downgrade my account so I can do what I need to do?
Or just delete the whole thing and start another one.
It won't let me.
I mean, shit, that might be easier at this point.
Got to utilize a different email address. Then you got to take the payment and payout methods that you have on file off there, and then you got to put them on the other one.
Well, see, that's just it. We're trying to make Burnside one and everything like that, and
it's not want to work.
I'll be honest, his card information is on my account. So I have to get it removed from my account before I can put it on his. And they're being a pain in the fucking ass.
Okay, here's an easy way to circumvent that. Put another payment method on there, a payout preference. Then you can go ahead and take his off there.
Well, they have my account in limbo because I had set it for a business account because I wanted to get it, didn't want my government out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're giving me a, fucking runaround.
What you mean reach around?
No, because I'm not enjoying it.
Sounds like the yarmulke dance. We give you hard time.
It's Habanagila.
Is that what that thing's called?
It's called Habanagila. It's a folk song.
Okie dokie. I thought it was basically their version of the Mexican hat dance.
No, do you know how often I've heard that when I'm waiting in line? You hear that constantly at the best delis. Believe me. If you go into a deli in New York and you do not hear somewhere in the store that on fiddles and there's not two old Jews playing chess, you're not in a good deli.
Duly noted then.
Oh yeah.
Because over here, what they do is as soon as somebody starts playing that song, they all start tossing their hats, their yarmulkes all over the place, and those Jewish cowboy hat looking things that the rabbis wear and stuff, and they start dancing. Literally, they start dancing out of nowhere. It's like they mix some weird Jewish jig with the Cossack dance, and I'm just like, what the flying fuck? We broke out in dancing Jews? Okay, this is funny.
It's actually it's based on an old Persian folk dance. Basically, every culture around the Mediterranean basin does it, including the Sicilians. They have the Tarantella. You have they have a version in Spain. They have a version in Libya. There's a version all over the place. Basically, if they're olive to tan to brown, they tend to like to dance. The Jews are no difference. They have a really cool version too that they do. The Ashkenazis. Where they actually, they can do this one where they'll put a glass on their head, and they can dance with a glass full of water.
I just showed the stream out on Twitter, so let's see how many people come in.
Great.
You've never seen that, Burnside? Look for Fiddler on the Roof. There's a scene in the movie where they do that. They link arms, and they all slide across the floor on one knee from side to side with a glass on their head without spilling it.
Yep, they do.
I've seen that before at Jewish weddings and at bar mitzvahs and bat mitzvahs. So, yeah. Bro, you got to realize it. They get a lot of bad press, but when you're around those folks a lot, they know how to party. And the women are demons. I just got the look of death for that. I'm being sent to the refrigerator to redeem myself. I'll be right back.
He's gonna get his floggings, the poor man. No, I've seen groups of them over at Brookfield doing a couple other places, and here and there, back before you needed a permit for all this bullshit. There'd be people who, literally be doing song and dances and shit on street corners.
So before we continue, a word from our sponsors. This stream has been brought to you by Tenga Eggs. Tenga Eggs, go fuck yourself.
Buy now at your local grocers. Easy payment. 5.
That's funny.
I am Optimus Christ, and I approve of this message.
Man, if we ever fucking make commercials for anything, we're gonna have to fucking borrow your voice, dude. We're gonna have to like.
Hey, I'm on Fiverr for voiceovers and yeah.
I want to do voiceovers. I think I have a sexy voice.
That's nasty, Peter. Don't make me sick, Loretta.
Poor Rich. By the way, Rich, you shouldn't have put that in the chat because if you had DM'd it to me, I wouldn't have read it out loud. But it's in the chat so everyone can see. Tara said I was going to jerk it tonight, but then I saw you guys were live, so I didn't. But then I made the mistake of going to my Twitter that's got like perverted shit, and now I'm horny. Tara said, fuck my life.
Soundboard moment.
Oh, you poor boy, because I did get laid.
All right, good for you. I haven't had any. I'll tell you, one day we need this man to do that for like 40 minutes straight, and we all need to just break out fucking glows.
Why don't you just
You know, if I was there, I would have fucked you
record
instead.
5 minutes and put it on a loop?
Oh, we'll have to do that one of these days. Yeah, we'll have to do like a literal fucking after we get all my bullshit taken care of, after more and all that shit, sometime like November, September, December, or whatever, January. We need to just have a party stream where Optimus does that for like 10 minutes straight. And everyone just dances around with glow sticks. If need be, I'll provide them because I got a very cheap source of decent glow sticks.
Okay then.
Oh, silly fobbits. Kim lights are for marking LZs, not dancing.
I actually know what those are. I know what those are. That's a good one.
In a world where glow sticks are nothing but chem lights, go fuck yourself.
Oh shit! Crap! I think I gotta get work. All right, I'm gonna mute myself for a couple seconds here.
All right.
All right.
1, 2.
Hey, what do we got here? Someone who needs to get to work? Giggity, giggity, goo. All right.
Six says, I just started twirling all of a sudden. Six, I think I sent you a link. Didn't I? I think I did. If I didn't, I probably thought you were sleeping.
I used to be able to do the voice of Herbert the Pervert, but my balls dropped even further, so now I can't get my voice that high.
I got some candy in my pocket.
Oh, you got to do that S a bit longer and sharper, like
You got it.
nails
No, it's like
a chalkboard.
It's like you lost your 2 front teeth and it whistles every time you try and say an S.
Yeah.
Like, so.
Something like that, yeah.
I knew someone that used to be able to do that.
No, I'm good. I can do things like Bullwinkle, Marvin the Martian, stuff like that, so. Anybody know Marvin?
Yes, I know Marvin.
Marvin the Martian.
I love Marvin the Martian.
I'm gonna destroy this miserable planet because there's too many feminism. There should have been an earth-shattering kaboom. Boom shakalaka, baby. At least that's what I hear.
Loretta, there's a green alien saying some weird shit. No.
Bullwinkle?
No, Cleveland.
Yeah, Cleveland Brown.
I can do Bullwinkle.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hey, Ricky, I'm gonna go Shut you up and fuck yourself.
Yeah, you sound like a choir boy to me. A choir boy.
Does anybody remember the guy from Full House?
Danny.
Tony Danza?
The one with the puppet.
No, Full House. Oh, Dave Coulier.
Do you
So,
Oh.
was that made of wood?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
remember that.
that was his woodchuck.
it was also Jackson Bada Bing from the America's Funniest Videos things he did.
Yeah.
Bada bing, you'll never catch me.
You thought Morgan Freeman wouldn't be in this stream. You were sorely mistaken.
And no, it wasn't America's Funniest Home Videos. It was America's Funniest People.
I did a voiceover acting for Texor the Bearded.
I don't know who that is.
I did I am Nemo the Bard. My voice is the very essence of song. My stance. When I'm not coughing my head off. You go. My stance is the very inspiration of creation.
Watch Keanu Reeves as he does the same shit over and over again.
Whoa.
One of these days I'm gonna narrate like the entire stream.
Just watch what we're doing.
Yeah.
If we have video, if we have our cameras on.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, has Keanu Reeves done anything really original since The Matrix, or is it just always fucking Neo over and over and over again?
I don't know. John Wick is like Neo only with guns.
Same thing with Christian Bale. I mean, the only time I saw a different approach to him was during the Batman Dark Knight series. But
Oh no, he kind of fell out after Terminator Salvation.
yeah,
Just because he was yelling at that light technician. Like, I'm sorry, you're not that much of a AAA fucking actor to be yelling at people while on the set, and it's all a green screen. I mean, you're not even shooting outside and actually doing acrobatics and shit like that. No, you don't get to do that. You just went down to the B list.
pretty much.
I'm petting a pussy.
Oh, really?
A fuzzy kind, but yes.
As the cat looks up at Wolfie with a retarded glance.
Next thing you know, it goes, I like windows.
More like it licks windows.
Of the short bus.
You're gonna make me cough on my vape. So yeah, I've been up since like 7:30 this morning because my roommate came home and I told her about my ex-fiance and she's like, so I showed her what he looked like and she's like, ooh, he's cute. Can I have him? I'm like, fuck no.
Makes me glad your roommate's not there when I had my camera on.
Yeah, I'm really, really glad. But the mistake I made was showing her a picture of him in his Class A's.
They don't do Class A's anymore. They do dress blues.
Okay, dress blues. When I was raised up to call to marry military, so that's what she called them.
Well, I always remembered the Marines was dressed blues when I was a kid, and it was dressed whites for the Navy. Only because this was a Navy house, and I had to know to differentiate.
Yeah, it was
Because
Class A's for the Army because it was green.
yeah,
except the pickle suit's gone away. It's been gone away for since 2004, I think.
You know-
That area.
He didn't correct me when I told him that, when I called them Class A's.
I will say I'm sad. I think this year they finally they're retiring the blueberry suits that they have over the camos that the Navy uses. They're doing a uniform thing. I think in 2019 across the board.
They're actually going to Digicam.
Yeah, they're all going to the same color scheme. I think they're all going with like an off khaki drab now, if I'm not mistaken. I guess, I don't know. Bunch of Navy guys looking like that, it just don't seem right.
Well, I mean, you really don't want the blueberry camo if you fall off in the ocean, because then they won't see you.
Oh, no, I know that. I mean, I know there's a practical reason for it. It's just, I don't know. I grew up, in a Navy house, and it's just, it seems like they're losing their personality. It's a stupid thing to say, I know, but it's just one of those things that bothers me.
Well, I mean, in all honesty, they should go back to the damn bell bottoms and Dixie cap.
Yeah.
It's far more practical for.
And
And honestly, in my opinion, sexier.
And then they can go, don't drop the powdered soap.
Well, you know what they say about a nuclear submarine.
50
We
men
don't
go.
live in a yellow submarine.
I thought it was just
Y'all
50 men go
live in a
down,
yellow submarine.
25 couples come up.
No, because we don't have a single sub in our inventory with a crew that small, except for a rescue sub. So about 150 men go down, 75 couples come back up.
Yep. My dad told me that joke, and he was in the Navy.
I had a couple of cousins who were in the silent service. Most of us, though, most of the family, the ones that didn't wind up going into DOD, they usually just they stuck to the deck crew on a carrier. That's what most of us did. My brother was actually, I think, the only one aside from my cousins on my mother's side that went into combat as a Marine. Otherwise, we were all just ship crew. My father was he was a UDT in Korea. He was the only one who was Navy who was combat. Otherwise, chopper pilots, pilots in general, deck crew. Thank God no one wound up just being a deck ape. Everyone was skilled, you know. You know, it's a sin though, like the way that Obama butchered our Navy, man. Because
He didn't just butcher the Navy; he butchered everybody. Yeah,
I know.
Well, to get back up to their target ship numbers, they're going to have to bring some Oliver Hazard Perry class frigates out of retirement.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's all they.
Which is a marked improvement over that steaming pile of shit, the Littoral Combat Ship.
Yeah, the one that we're still cranking out about another dozen of them, by the way.
Yeah, the one that's armor is, well, the windows are 50 caliber bulletproof, but the body's made out of beer cans.
Yeah. Unbelievable. I can't believe that we signed a dotted line on those contracts. It's disgusting.
Well, it was the Obama administration, so they're going to pump them out.
You know, my cousin, who shall remain nameless because national security and all that good stuff, he was talking to me and he told me about it. It's one of those things. He bitches to me. Now he knows I'm a journalist, so when I say off the record, it's off the record. Now he never tells me anything that isn't above civilian grade. In other words, anything I want to know, I got to guess. But we were talking about shit that was already disclosed. Once it's disclosed, I can't get him to shut up. That's the problem. We were talking about the F-22 Raptor. Oh my God. What a fucking disaster that program was. It just... Where do you begin?
That program was fine. That program produced a great jet fighter. The problem was the price per unit was really high because we wanted to be the only one to have it. Our big fucking ridiculous fucking waste of money was the F-35 program.
Oh God! Don't even get me started on that friggin' abortion. It should have got stabbed to death on the runway itself. Ugh.
I mean, the main problem was that the Marines needed a vertical takeoff and landing variant that jacked your development cost all the way through the roof. I mean,
Can we all agree at this point, though, VTOL tech is just that's a dick stroke that's been going on for the past 50-something years. We don't need VTOL tech, in all honesty. I mean, we're better off with the helicopters we got and the jets we have. I don't see the point of this cross-platforming nonsense. It's not the 20th century. Put it to bed.
well, I mean, the problem with doing it as a jet is it runs out of it uses so much fuel during takeoff and landing.
Yeah.
And I mean, like tilt rotors make sense, but fucking, you know, the thing that doesn't make any real sense at this point is just their continued obsession with it. In all honesty, when was the last time Marine Corps jets operated off anything but fixed air bases or U.S. Navy carriers?
Yeah,
I mean, I understand the ideas to be able to allow them to operate off landing ships, but it's just not feasible.
Yeah.
My brother says Maverick will likely be flying the Lightning II in Top Gun 2.
Yeah. We all know that fucking Top Gun 2 is going to be a 2-hour Lockheed Martin Marietta fucking commercial.
I don't think so. I think it's going to be a lot of Chinese hardware. I hate saying it, but that's really Hollywood is leaning that way. I guarantee you, they're going to be showcasing our shit against a bunch of friggin' Chinese. Basically our own shit that got stolen, retrofitted, rebranded, repackaged, and sent against us, but it's going to be Chinese shit nonetheless. Look at what happened with Independence Day. I was half tempted to walk out of the movie. I wanted to see how much hammer and sickle was hanging out all over that picture. That's the only reason I stuck it out in the theater. Fucking commie bullshit. I won't go see half of these movies now. Sorry, if I want to give communism money directly, I'll just go into Manhattan and buy something.
Yeah, I mean, the Chinese have already made their own version of Top Gun, so.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's a 2-hour fucking Sukhoi Su-35 commercial. Because they don't even use their own jets because they're buying them from the fucking Russians. Because as much shit as they talk about how great their weapons platforms are, they're still not. They're not actually taking them to the field because they're not actually working right yet. So they run into the problem is they're buying Sukhoi 35s and requiring all the pilots to fly them to speak Russian, because when they change the gauges over, the heads-up displays over to Chinese, the characters are so small the Chinese pilots can't read them.
Oh, God.
Which only is going to lead to more problems for them in the air, because in a combat scenario, you're not given a lot of time to think and to process and to have to translate incoming information. That's just not a good idea.
Yeah.
You know.
I don't know. I think that the best thing we got right now is the F-18A Super Hornet. And we got that new heads-up display unit for it. I mean, it's so much better than the rest of the shit we have. Like you said, I mean, you look at the F-22. That's just one other thing, because I don't want to turn this into plane chat, but it breaks the fundamental cardinal rule of American weapons development. You don't build something that it's you're gonna make a loss reselling. That's the big thing. I always point to the Walker Bulldog as that's probably our best tank design because I think it's one other than the M48 patents. I think it's the most widely produced one that we. Well, obviously, the Abrams we still have in our arsenal, but I think the most widely produced ones we had were the patents, and after that was the Bulldog. The patents are still used in the Middle East, but the Bulldog, you go all over Asia. I'm sure you'll be the first one to say. You go to Singapore, that's all you see all over the place. I mean,
no, Singapore's retired their Walker Bulldogs and replaced them with
they
Leopard
retired
2s.
them. Oh, that's such a
Yeah.
shame. That was that parade formation that they used to have with those tanks was just gorgeous. I love those tanks.
Even Thailand, which was the last operator of Walker Bulldogs, has retired them. And they had upgunned theirs to 90 mil guns, but they retired theirs, and even Taiwan, and they've all gone. I think Taiwan is buying M1 Abrams refits now, and a lot of other people are buying the Leopard 2 because it's available for export markets.
And if I may,
So,
I just think it's a better tank. I look. I understand we have the magical armor package, but once you take away our armor,
same.
Yeah.
It's, the Leopard 2 has the same armor as an Abrams, and the same fucking gun. It's just it has a more reliable engine. It has just a plain old diesel versus a fucking turbine.
I hate that's one of the things I hate about the Abrams, the power plant. I cannot support the Abrams because to me it's just I'm sorry, it's not cost effective on the battlefield. It's to me it's a drain, it's a draw. Look, we're America. We don't have to prove. Amen. We're America. We don't have to prove that we have a big dick. We don't need to. It's obvious. We're America. We don't. That's why I say when I look at the Abrams, I'm like, it's too much. Just get rid of that fucking turbine engine. Put like twin Peterbilts in it. Crank those fuckers
Just put
up.
a 47. Just put a 47-liter diesel engine in it. It's usually what tanks are running nowadays, anyway.
Yeah. I don't know.
The problem. The problem is like with most.
You gotta lower that. You make my dog jump.
With most tank engines, is they're just way oversized anyway because they need redundancy.
Yeah.
But I mean, diesel's pretty much the standard industrial fuel of the world. So, I mean, we don't need a tank that runs on salad dressing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fucking ridiculous. Goddamn Abrams. But yeah, I'm sorry. I can go on all day about once we start talking defense. Oh, forget it. I could sit here and rattle on all day. This is all we like. The holidays. This is all we would talk about sitting around the table. Don't even get me started on the Bradley.
The Bradley's too big to do its job. It's well armed, but doesn't carry enough troops into battle to be effective. It's armored infantry. That's all it is, and it's designed to do too many. It's designed to do too many things.
Yeah, I always said personally the Bradley's designer should have been taken out in front of like R&D and two to the back of the head to send a message to R&D. Don't do this. No.
I mean, it'd been fine with. The problem was they started putting anti-tank weapons on it.
Yeah.
And then thought it was a tank. If they just left the Bushmaster cannon on it, it would be fine. The Brits have a very similar design called the Warrior.
Yeah.
But it carries four more people, doesn't carry anti-tank missiles, and just carries a rapid fire auto.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Veteran Mountain Man and I was streaming like about a week or two ago, and he was talking. He's always telling us about like the shit he's seen in combat, and he started laughing hysterically because he told me he was in a Bradley. I go, oh my god, you actually you were in a Bradley? Like I was taken aback by it. He's like, Scoop, I've told you I've taken fire dozens of times. He's like, but telling you I was in a Bradley impresses you? I'm like, yeah, you came back alive from being in one of those things. I say it. Like I say it, not even in tongue in cheek because, Bradleys, in my mind, there was too much of a dark cloud over that damn vehicle. I don't like it. I really wish that they would phase the damn things out, sell them to somebody, you know, in a third world country, and just phase in more strikers. It's a better vehicle.
Strikers are just as big a piece of fucking garbage too. The only advantage is the Striker. It's faster, but it's still a fucking bullet magnet.
Oh God.
Interesting. My favorite tank is the Mark II Paladin. Although I wish the whole Excalibur thing basically got swapped out for something a bit more effective, like a massive artillery shell or something like that.
Okay, that's a self-propelled gun, not a tank.
That is?
Yeah, a Paladin is a 155 millimeter self-propelled gun, not a tank.
Yeah. It qualifies as a tank. Yeah, Burnside. The thing that makes it a tank is you have to have the body has to move by itself, independent of the turret and the gun. They all have to move independent of each other. All three have to move independently to make it a proper
and they have
tank.
to be planned on, and then they have to be planned in not an indirect fire support mode. They are
right.
They use a cannon, not a howitzer. The 155 is a howitzer. Granted, it can fire in direct fire mode. I've seen one hit a T-72, and there was no more T-72. But the thing with a tank is a line of sight attack vehicle.
Yeah.
Designed for open area warfare, so they kind of suck in an urban environment.
Yeah.
I'm going to say real quick, Death Hyrukin, shut your faggot mouth. Florida is not America's dick.
Oh, that's true. Oh, does that mean that the Bayou country is a scrotum?
No. Louisiana is America's sweaty ball sack.
Oh, that's too funny.
Nice. So, out of curiosity, what would make Illinois the frozen beard?
The shithole anus, because Barack Obama was from there.
Yeah.
Oh, joy. So,
You
I
live
have
in
not.
the anus.
Oh yes, I mean the bleeding anus. Apparently,
My brother
rectally
asked,
infected.
does that make California the ass cheek? No, that makes it the ass crack.
I guess that means that New York's the heart.
Well, it is kind of right. It is kind of right next to America's armpit with New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
That's funny.
No, but there, like I said, there's a reason. Like things like certain designs haven't changed over the years. There's a reason a K-bar is still looks the same as it did when it was first issued in like the 1920s. I mean, granted, they've improved it with a rubber handle versus a leather one, and to some degree have added like some form of serrated edging to the back part to cut rope and stuff like that. But other than that, it stays the same until some idiot decides, oh, they want a Tanto tip on theirs, which just looks gay. But you know, what can I say? Japanese fanboys.
Yep. If it ain't broke.
Oh yeah, I like Tantos. They're good knives. They're very good for shanking people that need a good shanking.
I remember the ones you're talking
Yes.
about. My brother used to refer to those specific K-bars as the ones with the chick tip.
Yeah, no, I mean my K-bar is still, and I'll swear by a fucking K-bar. The only thing different from the one the Marines had, or there's two things that are different. Well, one, it's black, and the second thing is it's got serrations on the serrations right in the very first part of the blade to cut a rope or 550 cord, and the handle is rubber wrapped instead of leather, so it doesn't fall apart in the jungle. But other than that, it's pretty much identical to the ones Marines were given in the 1930s and 40s, and it'll still do the damn job.
I wonder if I still have my brother's K-bar around here. I might.
I mean, they're decent knives. You're gonna spend over $100 on a K-bar.
Oh, yeah. It's funny. I think I have at least 2 or 3 of them lying around this house too.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, they're the #1 export of from New York State. So,
yeah, it's a great knife to have. I always swore by him. It was funny, actually.
All right, I'll be right back.
Sure. When I was in Scouts, my one Scoutmaster, he caught the tail end of Korea, and he was in the beginning of Vietnam. And my other Scoutmaster was in for the entirety of Vietnam, into even the cleanup into the 80s. So these guys, instead of us getting the Boy Scout pocket knives, we were issued a Swiss Army knife and a K-bar.
Cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
yeah, if you look at a K-bar, yeah, the K-bar is the thing you can tell it's a good knife is the blade extends all the way through the handle, all the way to the pommel, and it's pinned.
Yep.
And some of these other cheapy, like the fucking Mullen engine knives, the ones that you can take and you can wiggle the blade, and you're like, this is a fixed blade. It's not supposed to do that. I mean, and my pocket knife's a Benchmade, and it's got that roller lock. And when it locks in place, you cannot move the knife from side to side. So
the trick I was taught is if you want to see if a knife is something that you want to, like if it's a knife you want to carry it, you find a good solid beam. Make sure it's not somewhere you're going to be like, in your house or whatever, but you find a good beam somewhere. You stick the knife into the beam. If you got a rucksack, you hang it on a knife, you leave it there for the evening. Come back the next day. If it's still all as left, the knife you want to carry on you. From my own personal experience. Now, obviously, if it sags in the wood, you got shitty wood. I mean, but I'm just saying, if you can stick it in the beam and the knife doesn't move in the wood itself because the wood is solid, and that knife, the handle doesn't bend, doesn't move. If it looks perfect, like from the moment you put it in until the next day, and you got a good solid, like 200-pound rucksack full of gear that you hang on that thing, that's the knife you want to carry.
but I'm also the guys that carry the super big knives, the guys that never leave never leave the fire base. A K-bar is perfect size.
Yeah.
For doing it. There's only one knife in my opinion that's probably more effective at stabbing someone, and that's a Psych Stagger.
Yeah, they're great for stabbing.
But they have zero utility. They are designed to kill people. That's what they're designed to do. Me
personally, if I was going to have to deal with somebody and they were wielding a blade, one of the worst blades I've seen personally that I've seen people deal with. I myself have never had to disarm somebody wielding one of these things. They're called bolo machete. Have you ever seen them? Just because of the angle on the blade, you get that extra reach, and they're a real pain in the ass if you got somebody coming at you with them. I was actually not even working the door one night. I was just waiting on a club, at a club, excuse me. And apparently it was some Dominicans had some problems with some El Salvadorians, and they got into the mix-up in the parking lot. And one of the Dominican guys had these things stuffed under his jackets and his sleeves and his jacket. And he pulled them out, and it were 2 bolo machetes. And holy shit! I mean, he didn't really get the guy the El Salvadorian guy, thank God, he was skinny and he was wearing a really big sport coat. So he only got flesh wounds, but this guy, I mean, shredded the shit out of his coat going at him. But yeah, that's one of the things I always said. I myself always said they should issue maybe. I understand they're trying to keep our troops minimalized, but just let the guys strap those things across their chest if they're out in the bush. Because seriously, those are great fight knives to have. They're light. Strap them across your chest. You know, I know that they used to let like the special forces get away with that shit in Nam, and they really tightened it up under Reagan. But me personally, look, you can turn a blind eye to the irregulars if what they're getting done is effective. You know.
Well, I mean, part of the problem is strapping more shit on people nowadays. Is the average soldier's going into combat with 88 pounds of gear on them.
Yeah.
So,
well, that's what I'm saying. If they're gonna strap more shit onto them anyway, give them at least another alternative, like lightweight edged weapon or two. I always say this. Why are we not giving them? We're gonna give them, you know, can't we give these guys a piece for their ankle as well as a boot knife? You know, I mean, we're gonna give them a sidearm and a giant rifle, and instead you're gonna load them up with tons of shit.
Most of the time, they don't even get a sidearm. Sidearms are for officers. Sidearms are for officers and senior enlisted, not your average grunt.
Yeah, that's another problem I have. Yeah, that's a problem I have. I think when did they put that in also? Wasn't that was that under Clinton that they put in that restriction to the sidearms?
No, they've never issued grunts sidearms unless they were NCOs.
See, this is
not going back into World War. Not going back into World War II, not even back in World War One. They would issue the average infantryman was issued a rifle and a bayonet.
Unbelievable.
And in fact, most militaries globally do not issue anyone sidearms that isn't either an officer or a senior enlisted, unless they're military police or vehicle crew.
See, that's part of the problem that they have. They give them all this extra gear. A lot of it, and I've heard the term my entire life, most of it winds up shit canned anyway, so I don't see the point. If the guys in the field are going to insist that you strip the gear off anyway, because, you know, if you know, like you're an NCO or even an officer and you're telling you guys, okay, lose all this shit because you don't need it anyway, then they have all this extra space. Let them carry an extra weapon. Let them carry a sidearm, like I was saying, you know, or let them carry a boot knife. You know, for God's sake, let them carry X, Y, or Z. That's the thing. That's part of the reason when we run into, you know, problems in the field. It's because the enemy isn't restricted the same way. These guys got tons of weaponry. Doesn't matter that their weaponry is inferior; they still have more weapons at certain intervals. You know, you see a lot of these guys running into these the irregulars. You know, like the freedom fighters, those sorts of people. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, another reason is in order to issue someone a pistol in the military, they have to be qualified on it. So they'd have to go through pistol walls. That adds another 3 days to basic training, blah, blah, blah. You know.
72 hours, I could say. I mean, when you weigh it against how long is basic training normally, how much does it cost per troop? To me, it's just a standard
right now, basic training went from 8 weeks to 9 weeks to I think it's 9 weeks. Infantry basic is 13. And pistol. The thing is right now that we're changing pistols from the Beretta to the Sig Sauer. So
yeah,
which does kind of make sense because the Sigs or the fucking Berettas have been in service since the initial buy order in 1983.
Yeah.
So those things are worn the fuck out.
You know, I'll be honest. I never liked the Beretta. Just something about the aesthetics of it. I was more of a Sig fan. Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to carry a Sig nowadays because Sigs are shit now.
Yeah, unfortunately, they have fallen.
Yeah, they've gotten to the point of being basically, well, they've gotten to the point of quality control. It's their demand for them has exceeded their ability to manufacture them.
Richard Art says, so Call of Duty lied to me.
Call of Duty lies to everybody.
Yeah, they do. You can't go buy a video game.
They didn't do. I mean, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. They didn't make Detroit any better or any worse. It looked the same.
Yeah, I mean, in Call of Duty, when they tell you that, you know, the shield class and all that deflects all this bullshit, you ever wonder why in real life soldiers don't carry shields? Reason why is because they don't work. You know, there's a reason why riot police carry shields and not soldiers.
Yeah. You know, that's for quelling unarmed masses. The whole point. As somebody who got hit with riot shields, let me be the first one to tell you, they're really fucking effective if the cop knows how to use it. And the whole point of a riot shield is take an empty soda bottle and smack it against your arm, right? Now, you know the sensation you feel when you get hit with the bottle? Now, picture that, except the soda bottle is about, 6 foot tall, because it's basically the shield is like the soda bottle missing the top and the bottom, and you're getting bopped with a giant soda bottle. You go sailing off of the thing. Like you see me in real life, Burnside. You know how big I am. This cop was probably Ajax's size. He hit me with one of those shields, and I went sailing like a fucking tennis ball.
Oh, yeah. They're designed to do that.
Yeah.
They're designed to be resistant against small arms fire, and they're mostly intended so that you can basically thwap people around when you need to.
Yeah. The reason that we don't issue them to our troops is because of how damn cumbersome they are.
Oh, yeah. They're heavy as fuck.
If we could make something collapsible, I'm sure that they would issue something like that to the troops. You'll see it probably within the next 10, 20 years.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if anything, what they'll probably wind up doing is if not Lockheed, who the hell were they? The guys working on that. Not Skunk Works. Fuck. What the hell is that R&D U.S. Army uses called?
DARPA. DARPA.
Thank you, DARPA. Yeah, that's the place I was thinking of. Thank you. If DARPA actually makes a functional variation of that exo armor, that might become a possibility. But for the time being, it's not looking that feasible.
Well, it's, you know what it is. They're getting the miniaturization down. I was just watching, I think it's Liquid Genius is the name of the show on Netflix. And it's with Jizza from Wu-Tang Clan. And
cool.
I was watching the episode yesterday, actually, about those suits you're talking about, the exosuits.
Yeah.
Bro, the thing is now so small, the exosuit that they have. He was wearing the thing, and it basically looks like he's wearing like a fanny pack with 2 things that go onto his legs and 2 foot straps, and that's it. They've improved it that much.
Oh, it took them fucking long enough. Last time I checked, they're still working on that funky ass thing that looked like it was from Fallout.
They're still trying to. Well, yeah, that's like you're talking about one, you know, like where you can pick up a Volkswagen and beat somebody with it. You know, I'm just talking about the one that they can issue to the troops right now that they can walk through the field with like 200 pounds of shit on their back and not feel it.
The basic one, yeah. Still needs a little bit of work, but yeah, it's a lot better than it was.
Yeah, that one's they got it down. Like I said, you got to go watch the episode. I think it's like episode 3 or 4. It's about like the future of humanity. Yeah, you got to check it out because I was watching. I'm like, oh no shit, they finally got this thing. Because I'm thinking about it because I'm crippled in that one leg. I want to see if my compensation will cover it. I want to get a pair of those things because, you know, next time I'm on the subway and someone's like, yo, give me a wallet, I'll just start kicking the shit out of them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You imagine that they start they really should. They should start issuing exoskeletons to partially crippled people like me to get our lives back.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, the dog's barking. I'll be right back.
All right.
Hopefully soon the girl's going to be leaving.
The who what?
Robbie's friend.
What?
Hopefully soon the little girl is going to be gone.
Aww. That's cute.
You say, aw, no, I want her gone.
Oh, but doesn't she keep what's his name occupied?
This is the girl that also encouraged him to get the floors wet to make me slip and fall.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, so.
Well, have you considered going out to your nearest tree, cutting a branch off, and beating her parents with it?
Rather not, because when I don't want to drive Katrina places, this woman does.
I'd still consider it, keep it in the back of your mind, and have maybe a few other people decide, they want to go to a tree, cut a branch off, and just, issue these parents some discipline.
Then I'd have to do that to my entire neighborhood.
Good. Discipline is required. Hey, make it a party. Make it like a discipline fest, Like how they had that Simpsons episode of Whacking Day or whatever the hell it was.
Then some people would be like, do it again.
Yeah. Hell, Wolfie knows about all those crazy bitches that love being beat to death with 2x4s.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, crazy bitches love those 2x4s. Good oak tree's a good substitute, though.
Yeah, especially the crazy bitches you hook up with.
Oh yeah, tell me about it. How's that working out for you?
Hey, I'm not one of them, so.
Mm-hmm. I'm fucking with you.
I know you are. Just like, fucking Julio and Nano Reaper and Sparky were all fucking with me last night.
Damn it. You see, this is why I hate working the rover, because then I don't get any fucking signal.
Dude, I was told that I would have essentially, if I had stayed with Julio and ended up on a base or something, I would have essentially ended up being like the living, breathing version of a fucking blow-up doll.
Oh, that's fucked up. Oh, that's way fucked up.
I told Julio, how I got kind of pissed off with that one, so that's why I went quiet. Because you know me, when I get pissed off, I go quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, it's just I really don't have much to talk about, so I'm just playing a word search game.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm tired. But he's like, I never, implied that. I was like, yeah, but you didn't,
you went there. Oh.
Yes, I did. I was like, let me get the. We've been talking all day.
Cool. That's good.
Yeah.
I've been cleaning and playing Warhammer all day. I knocked out the Sisters of Battle, and I knocked out the Necrons. So that's 2 down, several more to go. Next, I'm probably going to knock out the Eldar, because they're sharing the same planet as the Necrons. What? Why is my coffee creamer not pouring? Hold on.
What game is this?
I think he's talking about 40K.
Dawn of War, the original one.
40K, Dawn of War. What is it? Soulstorm?
Soulstorm, yeah. So the campaign on Soulstorm.
Yeah, I have all of them, so.
I don't have any of them.
Yeah, because nobody plays any of the other ones because, well...
To be honest, Soulstorm has multiple planets that you have to take over, multiple territories. It's a lot more comprehensive and a lot more expansive than the other ones.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm talking about no one plays Dawn of War 3 or 2.
Well, I heard it was about as good as Heresy could possibly get before getting publicly executed on Terra for crimes against the Imperium. So I decided not to buy the third one. And I heard the second one wasn't RTS at all. It was basically Squad Command. And I was like, I think if I want that, I'll just play Valkyrie Chronicles.
But I said he goes, I didn't imply that. I go, no, but you didn't dispute it either.
Oh.
I didn't get the implication, so I apologize.
Don't! Yeah, I'm having fun with Soulstorm. I don't know. What's 2 and 3 like as far as Dawn of War?
3 was kind of shit, and then
3
2
was
just
shit. It
small
just
shit.
wasn't kind of.
Oh, so it's
The
about as
army
good as
pit.
Heresy.
The best feature of 3 was the army painter. That's it.
Wait, what?
The army painter.
That's it?
Yep, that's it. That's
Whoa.
the best feature. That's the
Antihero
best
says
feature.
3 was fucking awful. 2 is playable and not awful.
2 is playable and not awful. Duly noted.
But
Don't buy
2
3. It's fucking Heresy.
The only redeeming fucking factor of it was the army painter was halfway decent.
Oh, jeez. That's pretty sad if that's the only thing they got right, because that's staple if you're playing 40K. Wow.
And plus, the first one has all of those fucking mods for it. Like the Steel Legion mod.
Antihero says first is best. Hashtag Emperor approved.
I mean, you got the Steel Legion mod, which is fucking great. And you got all of the other. You've got the Titan mods. You've got the.
Are any of those
Eldar
mods
Super?
Steam?
What?
Are any of those mods good for Steam? Because that's where I have the game on.
Dude, I have not downloaded those mods.
Oh, you're gonna have to do a whole shit ton of shit if you're trying to run them on Steam.
Oh, damn it!
Yeah.
Define a shit ton of shit, man.
Yeah.
The shit ton of shit. The answer to that would be yes.
Wait, you know how my brain works. This is terrifying.
Okay, boys. Last thing, Antihero says they made the same mistake, WOTC, when they made D&D 4.0. They tried to go for an audience outside of their normal niche, and it fucked them. That is very, very true.
Well, here's the problem. Any D&D post 2.0 or second edition is heresy and shall not be played. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I like the D20 Modern though. What was it? 2.5? 3.5?
Well, 3 point whatever 3. But here's the thing: if you cannot figure out THACO, you're not smart enough to fucking play D&D.
Okay, and it's past 11:30. We're gonna start with Heinrich outros.
All right, greetings everyone. And unless the ROM Führer is trying to screw my Wi-Fi, I will shield to the best of my abilities. For those of you who are concerned, we will be starting next week. We'll be wrapping up Chronicle 6 with Backline, so expect that. If you're looking for it, just go onto YouTube and BitChute and look up Burnside in Kakistan. And I do have to send an email back to Mr. House, because I did get back from him, and we will be working on stuff in the future. So spread the word of Bobby Rizzo, because the good shit's coming.
All right, Nano Reaper.
Night, you fuckers.
Optimus Christ.
I am Optimus Christ, because Jesus can't turn into a truck.
God, that's so fucking cool.
You can pretty much find me anywhere. Just type in Optimus Christ. And remember, Autobots, lick my ass.
Scooby 331.
Hey, you guys know the deal. I'm Scooby331. You can follow me here on YouTube. I am on Minds.com, GabAI, Patreon, and PayPal. And I'm still on Twitter, but I think I'm actually going to get rid of my Twitter because I don't use the damn thing. And
Jack Dorsey is a punk-ass bitch.
Well, yeah, that's just it. I keep getting thrown off of it. And I tweeted something out the other day, got a warning immediately, had to take it down. I said, you know what? Every time I send out a tweet, I'm getting hit constantly, and I've been getting subscribers on Gab. I'm just going to start using Gab. Fuck Twitter.
Cool.
Yeah, I do have a video coming out this week. I'm going to be going to some of the local sorry, doggy. All right, I'm going to be going to a couple of the local 9/11 memorials to do some footage before it gets really crowded with the anniversary coming up. So you'll be seeing some of those videos coming out in the next week or two. We got a bunch of them all over around here, so I'm going to start visiting all of them. Obviously, we got the big ones in the city themselves in Manhattan, but out here in the boroughs, we have other ones. So I'm going to hit those ones.
Cool.
Yep. And that's everything I got. Tara had to take care of the dog, but I think you're up, Sir Wolfie.
I am Sir Wolfie. You know who I am. Now kneel and pray to me.
I love that. Where the hell did she go? I guess she completely forgot we were doing the outros, but
She went to go praise Doug.
Praise
cool.
Doug.
Here's Tara.
No, I went to get rid of the kid. Has Sir Fluffy Butt gone yet?
No, I'm still here.
Okay, chill.
I did my outro already.
All right. And I, of course, am Tara Sin, your favorite cyber bitch. You get lucky tonight and getting to see me with my makeup on because I had fun earlier. So, everyone, have a good night and go get laid.